All right, we're skanking and grooving right here on this beautiful platform. This is MVC, and of course, we are here for you. We are coming your way with a beautiful segment, all time, all day, man. Beautifully packaged by my producers. I happen to be the buffer between my producers and you, the beautiful people. We are coming your way with top 5 countdown, and of course, we're coming your way with MVC experience, as well as spanking you a lot more. We just want to keep this one a secret. We'll be unveiling a lot right here on this beautiful platform. Please stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Everybody now they
We are about to give you a beautiful conversation brewed in African pot, and of course, it's for the globe. This one is so beautiful. I'm here to have a very beautiful conversation with the one and only 4-time nominated Rocky Dawuni, legendary in Ghana, West Africa, right here on MVC. Please take a stay. It's going to be amazing and soothing.
ready up.
We are creating our own shade tree right here on MVC, and today we are here to shoot the breeze with the one and only 4 times nominated Grammy awardee. I'm talking about one and only, the legendary Rocky Dawuni. You welcome, man.
Yeah, my brother. The way you announce it be like some title fight.
Don't worry. You know, I've been nursing the feeling to meet you to do this together, and I feel this is the moment for me. I mean, I'm over the moon, you know, because Rocky Dawuni is here. Rocky, let's talk about this. There's one thing that excites me so much. I mean, I've seen you rocking stages with, you know, iconic. I'm talking about global icons, just like Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
I mean, I just want to know how the experience was and how you feel, you know, sharing the same stage with Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. You know, the thing is that when something happens, it's very hard for you to remove yourself from the process of it happening.
Exactly.
You just, you know, kind of submit to the moment, and you're thankful for, you know, a journey that you have set on and a vision that you've carried in your heart, and all of a sudden, through hard work and also God's grace and the support of others, that all of a sudden is manifesting. I mean, Stevie has been, for me, growing up as a child, like an iconic global figure of music.
Exactly.
I mean, when I was even born, Stevie was Stevie.
Exactly.
You know, so the and music has impacted people all over. So as an artist who was starting, I always felt that, you know, my path too, if I follow my music diligently and do things right too, at some point, the path will also offer me the opportunity to really be able to meet people that I've also idolized and look forward to.
Exactly.
You know, so when that happened, it was a moment of humility, you know, for me to understand that the value of what we do is not necessarily the aspiration towards fame, but the value of what we do is to staying true to the craft and believing in the craft, and also seeing ourselves as conduit of a bigger message. And I feel that those are the things that really led me to that stage. It was not like something that was orchestrated somewhere apart from my path that I was walking on, and the things that I believed in, eventually setting the opportunity for those kind of paths to cross.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. Of course, man. You are still locked down right here on MVC Conversation. And let me tell you this one. Mia Amom Watley happens to be the Prime Minister of Barbados, the first female to occupy such a position. That's so great. And during the 78th UN General Assembly, she quoted you with your song. I mean, how did you feel? How did you feel? Tell me about it. It was so nice.
Well, I mean, you're telling me how I feel about a lot of things, you know, which happened, but it's, you know, I grew up here. I was born in Michelle Camp.
Wow.
A boy who had a dream. Wanted to be music.
Michelle Camp, that means you are a son of a military.
A soldier boy, a barracks boy.
You soldiering for Africa.
I did tell you. And then nurturing my music and believing also in the content that music is not only in terms of what you play, but it's also what you convey. You know, and I believe that what you convey is very important. So you have to spend the time to also develop those aspects of your crafts, like songwriting, you know, production, marketing, all of those things. So I've always believed in refining and growing myself as a songwriter, and also being somebody too who filtered the truth, not the truth as everybody saw it, but the truth as I perceived it, my personal truth. So my songwriting has evolved over the years into a level of introspection, I'll say global introspection, and also sensitivities to the pulse of certain important things that are happening around the world. And when that album came out, Hymns for the Rebel Soul, years ago, Hymns for the Rebel Soul was actually the album that really shifted a lot of things for me. It was actually also, was Songlines magazine nominated it as one of the top 10 essential reggae albums of all time. So that album was a pivotal shift, but that album was also something that was happening during the epitome, peak, when I have evolved as an artist. So a song like Walls Tumbling Down, which was a very profound spiritual introspection about happiness around the globe, and also the failure of human institutions to really be able to articulate and also embrace the yearning of change from the general population. I was enamored and humbled to hear a prime minister of a country of Barbados address world leaders, her speech, and then using the quote as the heart of her speech, and not only the quote, but also giving credit to me as a musician and as an artist. So, So when I heard it, that the day it happened, I was in New York. I was also, because I'm a UN ambassador, I had come there too for the General Assembly.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden my phone started going crazy. I'm just like, well, I just got to New York. Why are people calling me like that? And I turned and people were sending the link to me. So I opened the link and I was like, oh my God, because she has quoted certain luminaries in her speeches. Bob Marley, and then there's another artist too that she quoted. Mia Amor Motley is one of the most articulate leaders that we have right now. Her speeches are profound. So for her to find my words as a kind of a means to craft a speech around it, I know that her speeches are going to be looked at across generations. But to have one that has my name and my vision and my music and my lyrics enshrined in that, I felt it was really a testament to all African, all musicians that, our message is vital.
Exactly.
The mission of what we do is important. And if we have that, we put that energy of, shall I say, dedication to it, it acquires a certain glow whereby even world leaders will be called around statements that are made through that music. And I felt that was a testament of that. So for me, I gave thanks to God for the opportunity to choose me through Mia Motley to speak to leaders of the world.
That's awesome anyway. That's so awesome. I've been following you consciously, and of course I know definitely you are culture conscious as well.
Yes.
And anytime I listen to you, I'll be like, yo, this is the man I need to talk to. I keep saying it. I was nursing the feeling to meet you, and today it has been the day for me to meet you anyway. And let's talk about it. You made a statement once upon a time that culture is our biggest asset and resources in Africa, to be specific, Ghana. Can you elaborate on it for people to understand?
The thing is that culture is who we are. Culture, when generations have left, but what has survived is the culture. Our connection to our ancestors is not their photographs, it's not their pictures, it is the food that they left. It is the dance that they left. It is the fabrics that they left. It is the songs that they left. It is the practices that they left. That is what has survived. So every society does not have a tangible marker of its imprint on earth apart from its culture. Culture is the vehicle and the plate and the canvas upon which human history is articulated, written, embrained, and ingrained. So anybody that loses sight of that value loses sight of who they are. And any people that lose sight of the value of that loses the direction of where they are going. That's why if you have anybody that wants to destroy you, they take away your culture first and infuse it with another form of culture.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to delve deep.
Yes.
Yes. Let me tell my people, we're still illuminating it with beautiful conversation with the one and only 4-time Grammy-nominated Rocky Dawuni. And I'm here, down, rocking with Rocky Dawuni. Before we get a breather or probably a break, we want you to give us a beautiful music video that you have, of course, so that people can enjoy. After that, we come back.
Okay. All right.
So
yes.
to tell me about the video you want us to watch right now.
Well, which one are you interested in?
For me, I have a lot of them. I've listened to Rise. I've listened to Shade Tree.
Okay, I will say that we have a few options of videos, right?
Exactly.
So I don't have to...
Coming from you.
Okay, all right. So I think that with our conversations, I think a song like Shade Tree, for me, will be a great video to play right now because it's also a song about the interconnectivity of all of us, and then also the importance of harmonious coexistence. And in our traditions, the big tree in the village is where every important thing, if me and you fight, they call us under that big tree. People get married, people meet, people celebrate under the big shade tree. So the shade tree too, the song was about a global shade tree, and this video was shot in Bahia, Brazil, which is the heart of black culture in Brazil. Brazil being the biggest, black population outside of Africa. So I wanted to use a song too that really reflected that connection in a way that there is a global Afro shade tree that connects all of us. And then culturally, when we sit there, we all kind of draw harmony from that. So that's what this video is about. Yes,
Shade Tree, right?
Yes, Shade Tree.
All right, people, we're rocking right here with Rocky Dawuni right here on MVC. Let's enjoy Shade Tree. Rocking back again, of course, man. Let's continue our conversation about culture anyway, just a little bit, then we can move on.
Yes.
And I listened to you very well, and I realized that, okay, you are talking about a specific situation whereby we need to keep our originality of our culture.
Yes.
There's no way we have to, let people come in to influence us anyway.
Yes.
But I am asking this. When you look at a word like acculturation or acculturation and biculturalism, this is where people entertain two cultures together. That causes hybridity.
Yeah.
And hybridity already, a scholar called Homi K. Baba just said or wrote about it that, okay, anytime we entertain, especially in Africa, hybridity in culture, that means we are making sure that our culture is diminishing totally. The originality will be lost. And also acculturation or acculturation also is about, people that really accept other cultures, but then they leave their own culture and they don't follow it at all. So at the end of the day, where are we going? I know you are doing or, preaching all this culture and the African, whatever it is, story through your music.
Yes.
What ways can we make sure that we maintain our culture, the originality of it?
I think to maintain the originality is also celebrated at every turn. I feel that we should have a means by which in our educational system, we should have cultural education. And by cultural education, I mean that we have various tribes. Each tribe has dances, music, language, worldviews. We have not even distilled the worldview, the creation stories of our traditions. In Akan language, we have creation, Nyankopon, how the world was created. In all of those things we have. So have we distilled all of those creation stories? The only creation stories we have is the one that was brought in the Bible. and we have accepted that and totally at the expense of. But when you look at our creation stories, not that it negates what the Bible, but it goes to reinforce it. And the thing is that we have to also understand that the first human being that saw the light of creation was African. The first creation that God made was Africa. So if there was a Garden of Eden, where was it? You know? So the Garden of Eden don't come out from somewhere, come here. It was here. You know, so we have to know that it's like you're giving greatness, but you want others to validate it from outside. And I feel that that is the big deception that we have had. And that was why colonization and slavery focused on stripping us of those things so that we can be, there can be a new operating system of culture installed in order for us to really perpetuate the fake one at the expense of our real one. And I'm going back to what you said. There's nothing wrong with being exposed to other cultures. It is actually a means to grow. Because if you don't learn, you can't live also within it. We live in a world of a plural world. We have to be able to share with the world. We have to embrace the world.
I think I've listened to and read a lot of books about Kwame Nkrumah, and he always accepted the global.
Yes. But you have to build the global based upon a strong identity of who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, then direction, the more you assimilate, the more you lose what you have.
Exactly.
So that's why we say it's important to embrace, to know. I travel everywhere, anywhere I am, and I'm embracing, I'm learning, I'm growing. But at the same time, my Africanness is what I bring to share. So when I even go there, there's even a much more bigger interest because they're not interested in me being kind of a cheap version of a Western culture. They're interested in me being a true African. And Westernization has had its values. Sometimes they're giving you certain Western education that has allowed you to access books and things from outside. I'm not saying that everything is bad, but the thing is that it becomes problematic when you, instead of wearing your kente and all of that, you show up everywhere in a suit, trying to be a representation of that culture rather than what is yours.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Let's hold it there.
Yes.
I think you made mention of our education system.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people are advocating for the fact that in Ghana, I will speak for Ghana because I'm a Ghanaian.
Yes.
Because we have the STEM type of education. That's science, technology, English, and maths. All right, and people are advocating that we have to inculcate or fuse in the arts, which reflect our.
Let me tell you something. STEM is good, but what extent do we have when you have people who want to turn us into robots? That's where science has gotten us. It's not about you and me. They want to change you into a computer so that you have hard drives and you don't have human feeling again. And you have robots who are going to take everything from you and diminish God's creation. That's where science without culture has taken us. So the STEM, if we're thinking of that, we Africans don't have to, it's not one size for all. If we want to be leaders of the world, the thing we have is the culture. That's what many people don't have. And that's what scientific innovation is missing, is the cultural and spiritual aspect. So right now, it's just a hollow means of articulating and expanding sentient concepts of something that is artificial and not human, and using that to superimpose and supersede what we humans are.
That's wonderful.
You know, so I understand that, but the importance of science is that science without God is not science.
So are you advocating for the fact that we have to fuse in art so it becomes STEAM? So we have science, technology, English, art, and maths.
Culture.
Exactly.
Because arts is within culture. So we Africans have to do everything in our own image. We can't take what is there. We'll take the best of what is there and infuse it with the best of what nobody has. That's when we adapt it. And then our variant that we'll create will set the precedence too for the world. Because if we are not taking the leadership role, every time we wait, somebody comes, then we leave everything that we want and become them. When are we going to become who we are? Every day, you look on the list, our leaders celebrate when they get big loans.
Let's hold it there.
Yes.
We can't go deeper
For,
than
for,
this
for
one.
a people that is endowed with
Okay,
the
let's
best
hold it.
natural
Let's hold it.
resource.
All right, let's talk about your longevity in this music industry and everything.
Yes.
And of course, your achievement being nominated 4 times at the Grammys. Let's talk about it.
Well, for me, it's a journey, and the thing is that with a journey, you are constantly moving, so achievements are a blessing, but it's an inspiration as to where you are stepping forward. And my music is a mission too, so it's not to satisfy some level of fame or whatever, to be on a pedestal and wave my hand and raise my head and all of that kind of stuff. It is my mission to bring God's spirit to people. God's spirit that is above religion. Because I feel that once you stamp the religious thing, it's like putting a brand, but God is not a brand.
Yeah.
And we all are created in the image of God. When you wake up and you breathe, that's the spirit of God in you. That's why you are alive. So God is not an exclusive brand of somebody. God is ever all-encompassing, omniscience and omnipresent. So we all, through our everyday living, our everyday practices, are constantly praising and also seeking the grace of the Almighty. So we have to use our waking hours for expansion of the consciousness of God. By consciousness of God, I mean spreading love, spreading peace, spreading harmony, fighting against evil, fighting against oppression, fighting against the diminishing of the value of who we are as a people and humanity.
That's wonderful.
So that is what I see. And I think that that's what fuels my music. So it is not about the things that, the trinkets that I get along, that are relative value of what I do. It's always the ultimate thing to have the opportunity to sit here with you and be able to share the joyful music and the joyful aspect of all of us, knowing that when we choose the spirit and energy of God and infuse it in a world right now that is losing a lot of it, what will come is that we'll evolve something that is not godly. Exactly. And we'll all now bow down to something that is not godly.
Right. So all these ones sums up to your longevity in the music industry. I mean, people are watching right now. I know up and coming artists are watching you right now. And I just want us to break this code today. What are some of the things you actually, watched and probably looked at very well to be able to get into the Grammy nomination? Because it's so wonderful. People want to see more Ghanaians being nominated at the Grammys.
Well, the thing is that you have to be unique. I feel that, that's the thing. If you are an independent artist like myself, if you're in the major label and they are putting money and that kind of stuff, that's different. Me, I'm not part of that. Me, my own is organically building my music with a mission. If you want to walk my path is long. It's hard and difficult. So you're going to be carrying a lot of the load yourself. But what can really set you apart is the investment in the craft. Making sure that every step of the way you are learning. You see, me, I'm learning from the young artists. That's what they always forget. They always come to me thinking that I have some magical one to do, but my whole thing is that I'm listening to the upcoming artists here. That's where I'm being inspired. I just saw Camido outside and I hugged him. I love Camido's work. I love Walasi's work. I love Enam's work. I love Aisi's work. These are the people I listen. These are the people that are fueling and inspiring me to craft the next stage of where I'm going. The way I'm going is not somewhere over there. That is why people are paying attention, because me too, I pay attention to the people who are cracking the code.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I love this, man.
Yes.
There's always space for unique people, and definitely you have to be unique to be nominated at the Grammys. You know how it is, man. We're still making and breaking some next records right here on MVC. Conversation with Rocky Dawuni. What's your next video?
The next one will be Beautiful People.
Beautiful people.
Yeah. We are all beautiful. That's what, after all the heavy conversation, say me, I go feel be heavy, then I come out, then we just Yeah. You say come boys now can't enjoyment for camp.
Nice
We have
one.
to celebrate each other.
Nice one.
You know, we have
Nice
to
one.
I will listen to the radio. People every time I listen to the radio, it'd be like conflict. Huh?
Let's hold it. No more conflict.
No more
This
conflict.
one is for beautiful people right here on NBC.
Yes.
Let's watch this amazing video. We'll be right back.
Yes.
So hanging out with a man, the legendary 4 times nominated Grammy awardee, Rocky Dawuni.
I love how you make me feel excited. Yes,
All right,
yes,
quickly,
yes.
let's talk
yes.
about this shortly before
Yes.
we get into the project.
Okay,
I
okay.
know you are UN ambassador.
I'm a
We
UN
will-
ambassador for environment for Africa.
Exactly.
You know, so my thing is promoting protection of biodiversity, protection of the land, the waterways, you know, planting trees. So this Galamsey thing that's going on for me, it's a black eye on
what I'm about to
our identity. You know what I mean? Because we're Gold Coast, so obviously gold is part of our legacy and our destiny. But when we are taking something that is immediate and destroy something that is eternal, like our rivers, that has been there for generations, that is going to serve other generations, then we are sinning against our nature, which is, for me, is a red line. So we need to figure that out. But apart from that too, me too, you know, apart from advocating for that too, I'm into farming, you know.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Farm.
I have a cocoa farm up in
where?
Samai. Yeah, in Samai area, I have a coconut farm that is right in Koforidua. So apart from coconut, I also have yam. And then in the northern region too, I have a space too that is working with women to develop mushroom growing. And then I also have hives that so a lot of the honey.
I have a lot of information about
Yeah, a lot of the honey that I use are all from my own hives in the northern region. I don't, you know, I have my own bees and stuff that I get, you know. So I believe that agriculture too is our future. You know, it's like one of our most important wells. So I say that it's important to me to talk about it because I want all the youth to know that if Tetekwashi had not brought cocoa to Ghana, we will have lost a big chance of where we are as a people. It's not the gold that has taken us far. Gold has, but cocoa has. So where are today's Kotekwashis?
Oh my word.
Where are the young people who are going out there and finding the plant, the major plants, and coming to establish agro-business and bringing their sense of marketing to come and support, and so that this country does not depend on somebody else to feed us or somebody else to give us a handout. When we have the richest soil on earth here. You know what? Somebody told me one day that, you know, the most important money printing machine. And I was like, no, I don't know that because I don't know how money is printed. It's like, you see, the important money printing machine across generation is fertile land.
That's wonderful.
You can print as much as money that you can here.
That's
So if you're money minded, you know, if you say just the way your gold chain, day, internet, top, the press phone, go to the land,
Exactly.
do something, plant something, grow something, create a business around it. I feel that that's a big vision that we can manage.
On the flip
for
side,
the
we are
future.
still embarking on Stop Galamsey in Ghana.
Yes. The effort is going on. I can see all of us working towards it. It's not an overnight solution because the thing has become a gaping wound that is deep. So for us to climb out of it, it's going to take a lot of combination of legislation, sensitization, and then all of us need to be part of the solution. It's not me against you type thing. We all have to work
wonderful.
together.
Before we
Yes.
talk about your music and your new project, let's talk about your foundation. I have read a lot about your foundation and it focuses on youth leadership.
Youth leadership and empowerment.
So why?
No, because the most, you know, our generation, we can't have, you know, a generation that we don't pay attention to. We have to know that the youth that are coming are the ones that are going to define who we are as a people. I was a youth a few years ago. I had, you know, took the opportunity to learn from iconic people who taught me stuff, but now it has to be intentional. We have to support and develop and give the youth the right tools, the mindset, you know, the sense of moral compass You know, a youth that if the country come in their hands, they're not going to sell the country to somebody just for something quick money, but a youth that are equipped with a vision and sense of mission to take this country and develop this country into a glorious nation. So to do that, we have to be engaged with the youth. We have to equip them with the sense of leadership, a leadership that is directed by a moral responsibility to our nation and to each other. So that's why my foundation is critical, but it's based on culture. I feel that once we can be able to reclaim a cultural identity, that will be the foundation of real leadership.
This is very insightful right here on MVC. And of course, man, I'm getting emotional about it because these are things that we really have to gear and also practice as well. I mean, we can't take your time. Let's talk about your music business.
Yes.
What's next? Do you have any projects coming up soon?
Well, there's a project that has landed right now that is literally everywhere right now. You know, it's a new song called I Got a Song. And it's a song that I collaborated with Bob Marley's and Rita Marley's first daughter, Stella Marley.
That's wonderful.
Yes. So the song has been released.
I heard the first wife of Bob Marley, you know, get some lineage when it comes to Ghana and everything.
Yeah. Rita, Ghana is a home for Rita. And so there's a connection between even Ghana and the family, Ghana and Jamaica, and Ghana and diaspora. That's why this song, I think, is almost like, feels like a sonic kind of consummation of that relationship that Ghana has had and with the family, and also Ghana has had with the diaspora. Because this is a song that is coming from a power of both, but to also articulate something that is very important. Global harmony, global unity, global cohesion at a time when the world looks like everybody is trying to break us apart. Everybody says me first. Everybody says white man first, black man second. Everybody is taking their own part. There's breaks, there's people, like division all around the world. People are fighting each other. You look in Israel, Gaza, all of this division. Everywhere, conflicts. You know, you look in Ukraine, division, conflicts. You look in America, division, conflicts. You look in Europe, I just came from Europe, division, conflicts.
All right,
so we need music. Yeah, we need music to play its role, to be the means that we can access the key to everybody's heart. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what race you belong to. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you belong to. It doesn't matter what political colors you carry, especially in Ghana. You know, no matter whether you be NPP or this, you be
Rocky,
Ghanaian.
we need to have a conversation after this one.
All of that kind of stuff. So this is I Got a Song. I Got a Song.
I Got a Song
Is a song to lift us all up above that to each other.
Exactly.
Yes, man.
We need that.
Yes.
Honestly, we need that. Do you have a video to this one?
Yes, the video has dropped.
Where did you shoot it?
The video was also kind of, because I Got a Song is about, it was inspired by an Aboriginal concept of song lines, which the Aboriginal indigenous people in Australia, who are our own brothers,
Exactly.
they believe that music contains timeless messages. And if you seed important messages in music, they survive beyond the time of those who live, and it can reverberate across generations and times and epochs. So the song line was something that Aborigines developed, that every space, like let's say we are in Accra, there's a song that if you reach Accra and you start singing that song, it will show you, it's like a GPS. It will show you where, once you start singing, you start seeing where the water is, where the people live, where the safe places are, where the dangers are. It's like through the music, all of those things are embedded, the code inside that.
So this qualifies that Africans, we do write our stories in music.
Exactly, same thing. So it shows the power, the transcendental power of music. So that's why it's called I Got a Song.
I Got a Song.
I Got a Song.
Who shot
because
this one? Who directed this one?
This one was directed by Slingshot. Yeah, and then it was shot also Ghana, Miami. So it was also kind of a cultural conversation between myself, Sadela, and all of that, you know, expressing this whole global, universal thing and elevating the concept of joy across. Yes.
That's wonderful. I have had a very sublime conversation with you so far. I think this is what I have to say. I need to watch this after even doing this interview. And definitely we need to hook up so that I can WhatsApp you.
Yes.
So great and wonderful radio on NBC.
Thank
and of
you.
course, this is the time we have to, leave the people. But then before you go, tell us about your handles whereby these people watching you, I'm talking about our favorite people.
On IG, on IG is Rocky Dawuni. On TikTok is Rocky Dawuni Music. And then on Facebook is Rocky Dawuni. So either Rocky Dawuni or Rocky Dawuni Music. So make sure you follow me on Facebook, my fan page. You know, Ghana for no as and say mundi mechi bebre. TikTok too, please make videos of Agatha songs. You know, sing the hook line with you and about 5 friends and all of that, so that you all sing it in chorus. Tag me on it, tag me, and we will share it. So this is about Ghana as a movement. The Ghana for mama blow idea with you. No more who say before Jamaica cry happy and nay Jamaica. Aha.
Right.
Yes, man.
It has been a very great conversation with the man, the legendary Rocky Dawuni. Thank you so much for
Thank you, my
our stay
brother.
today.
Thank you. Much love.